Hey everyone. So a couple months ago, I posted a video about what I gave up for Lent, and this year I gave up negative self-talk. To recap, I decided to give up negative self-talk because I noticed that in my everyday life, I was starting to have more and more negative thoughts about myself, about the way I looked, about the way I was performing at school. So it's something I really wanted to focus on and something a little bit less traditional than giving up soda or giving up bread or sweets, like one would usually do for Lent. So it was definitely a bit of a challenge, but I'd like to talk about kind of my experience with giving up negative self-talk and talk about what it did for me, mentally, and how that kind of permeated through the rest of my life. So I did not realize how daunting of a task this was going to be. Before I share my experience, I would like to ask a hypothetical question. How many times a day do you have a negative thought about yourself, about the way you look, or about your relationships, or about the way you perform at work or at school? It's crazy how many negative thoughts most of us have throughout the course of our day. This challenge for 40 days made me so aware of how often we berate ourselves and we tear ourselves down for no reason. So I can't say that I successfully gave up negative self talk in its entirety, but quote unquote giving it up, it allowed me to see how much talking badly about yourself hinders what you're doing in your life, whether it is at work or in school, or in any other facet of your life. So I learned to reframe my thought process. I've always been an optimist, and I think it's really important to look on the bright side of things. And it's so important to apply that to the way you think about yourself too. So if I had a moment of weakness and I was talking badly about myself or thinking badly about myself, I would simply reframe my thoughts and say, what can I do to make this better? Or what are the positive aspects of this situation? So while I did not successfully give up negative self talk 100%, I am certainly so much more aware of what is going on in my mind and how I'm talking about myself, because that really does follow through in every other aspect of your life. So I challenge you all to just be self aware and be gentle to yourself, because you're doing the best you can.